Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. If you're new, hello, thank you for stopping by for the very first time. My name is Toke, Ori Toke actually, but you can call me Toke. And on this channel, I share my thoughts, my opinions, and I try to help you as much as possible. I'm going to be talking about relationships today, how to be able to identify if you're in the right relationship. And this is because I think there is need to talk about it. I've actually seen so many mistakes, avoidable mistakes actually. Something we call red flags in today's world. Yes, but I do not call it red flags. I just think they are mistakes, avoidable mistakes. So let's get into it. That would really be helpful when you're identifying or you want to know if you're in a good relationship, you're an healthy relationship in quotes, is if there is good communication. Like you guys communicate often. And when I say good communication, I know I've said it on this channel that I used to be in a long distance relationship, and trust me, one of the things that actually helped the relationship was good communication. And trust me, if you're going to be in a relationship, even from onset, if there is no good communication, what are you even doing in the relationship? Like, if you guys don't talk often, you're not open to each other, the other person does something to you and you just like, let me overlook it, let me overlook it. Come closer. The day you will explode. Anyway, that's by the way. So, you need to really check, do a self check. And I always say it on this channel. One of the things that would really help you if you're trying to improve any part of you, any area in your life, is having to do a self-reflection. Check yourself. Check your relationship. Is there good communication? Do you guys argue and then you guys no longer talk about that situation? If you no longer go back to it, fine. Maybe you guys understand each other. But I still feel like if you guys don't talk about it, it is storing up somewhere. And the day it's going to unleash itself, you won't like it. So always try to have good communication. And I believe this is one of the things that people don't take note of in today's world. And that's why you see so many divorce cases. And you hear cases, you hear talks like irreconcilable differences. And I'm like, the like it's something that you guys can actually talk and sit down and talk about. But you will see that when there's no good communication in the relationship, whether in marriage, in just day-to-day normal relationship, everyday life, you realize that it's something that's it's storing up somewhere. And like I said, the day you're going to explode, it's going to be insane. And I think it's actually avoidable. So first of all, you're in a relationship. If you don't define the kind of relationship you're in, I believe you guys don't communicate well. That's why you hear people are saying situationship, whatever it is, and the other person is hot because obviously he or she is like, oh my god, and I love this girl. I thought we were in a relationship and all. So good communication really helps. So I'm not going to stay on that. The next one is trust. Trust. You guys really need to trust each other. And I believe that I don't even think you're in a relationship that you don't trust each other. I don't believe you guys should even be together. If you don't trust each other, then it's not a relationship. It's, like I said, it's probably a situationship. So trust is very important. You shouldn't be in a place where maybe, for example, you went on a vacation or maybe you're out of town, whether you're a guy or a lady, and you're actually scared, you don't know what your partner is doing, or your partner tells you, I'm going somewhere, and you don't believe, then there's a problem. So, trust, you really need to trust each other. And I believe communication, trust, these are the foundations of relationships. And this is actually something that you can apply in your day-to-day life. Whether it's a love life, your love life rather, because today we're talking about your love life. But even if you want to look at it from a perspective of, let's say, like your day-to-day life now, your friends and family and all, I believe that if you don't communicate well with people, it's very easy for people to misconstrue you, right? And it's very easy for people to like misunderstand you for something else. And that is where you see that friends of how many years no longer talk again. I mean, I've had scenarios like I've had cases like that, and you both mean well for each other, but because there is no good communication, everything just goes haywire and we don't talk again. I mean, I've actually outgrown that aspect of me, and I believe that it's a process, and that's why I'm here to actually tell you that you need to really communicate well. And if you don't trust the person you're dating, the person you're in a relationship with, it's actually messed up. You really, really need to like be deliberate about it. If you do not trust the person, then you shouldn't be with the person. Okay, so another thing I think you should check, you should do a self-check, is that you need to check if you really respect each other. Yes. If you're a lady watching this, you really need to check if your guy respects you. I know oftentimes people would always say that men are the only one. Most times women want to be loved and all of that, and vice versa, whatever it is. But it is actually valid when you say a man actually respects you. Not just men, not only men want respect. The lady, as a lady rather, does your man respect you? Like, does he treat you with respect? You see, I know you would say he buys me flowers, he does this for me, he does all those things for me. But when it comes to like really important issues, especially someone that you really see, like you see a future with, like someone you really think okay you can build something with, or maybe you're already married, and like, although I'm not going to go into marriage now because I feel like there must have been something to an extent. You guys must have worked on something to an extent for you guys to decide to settle down with each other. But I'm saying a relationship generally, whether serious relationship, whatever it is, you're dating someone, you really need to respect each other. As a lady too, you have to respect your man because I mean that's even the number one thing for men. Even if you don't do anything for a man, just give him respect. He in turn will show you what love is. Is your partner emotionally mature? Yes. Come closer. He or she, are they emotionally mature? You see, if you're in a relationship with someone and maybe, for example, you just spoke about something and the other person is really hot, do they keep quiet about something, that problem, or they talk about it, even if it's not immediately, like later on? Or are you in a relationship with someone that, for instance, maybe something happens, minor thing, or even something that is more minor, and maybe the person does not talk about it, and you know that okay, I offended this person, and the person does not talk about it. I think it's actually a bad thing. Yes, it's a bad thing. Mhm. Well, that's more on the part of good communication. But then I still believe that if your partner is emotionally mature, there are certain things that you guys shouldn't like have to be going back and forth about. I'm not going to use my relationship as a yardstick now, but I'm just saying, I mean, I'm not single, I'm in a relationship, and I always talk about it on this channel. I know I've said it before that these were some of the things that I did, and it's some of the things that actually kept my relationship. We both understand each other, we both communicate, and I believe to an extent, even though I'm a young person, to an extent, we are actually emotionally mature. My man is, a bit older, and we are both emotionally mature. And I can tell you that is actually one of the things that has been actually helping my relationship. And it just comes to like being emotionally mature actually helps you to understand things that maybe you're supposed to like flare up or get angry about. You just look at it from another perspective, that okay, this person is human, let me calm down. Another thing about being emotionally mature is that you don't know is, does this person contribute to your happiness? Like, you don't have to demand for it. You don't have to say take me out on a date. Someone that actually knows what he's supposed to do, or a lady that actually knows, okay, like I always say on this channel, I've said it before and I'll not stop saying it. Maybe, for example, your partner, whether a lady or a guy, as you're watching me, if you're a lady, maybe your guy knows that, okay, this is what you really love, and tries to put more effort into that aspect of your life, that, okay, I think you will need this, or I think you should do this. Like, you see that they show effort. I feel that is someone that is emotionally mature. Someone that knows that, okay, someone that trusts you. Everything is actually intertwined. I don't know how to explain it now, but everything they're actually together. But I think it's easier to break it down like this. So you shouldn't be in a relationship with someone that is not mature, someone that cannot like cannot let go of things, someone that holds on to things, minor issues, even bigger issues, someone that you cannot sit down and share your thoughts with, someone that you cannot sit down and plan with. And like I always say on this channel, you cannot do any of these things if you don't self-reflect. If you don't take that deliberate act of just, just being better, like you want to improve in that aspect of your life, whatever it is, it takes that deliberate act. But you need to want it for yourself. And this is what I'm saying. You really need to do a self check. Because even if you say, okay, some of these things or most of these things I'm talking about it, you don't experience it in a relationship and you push it to the extent of marriage, or maybe you're already married and you keep pushing and keep pushing, you can eventually burn out and you can just, it's harder. And who wants to be in a relationship or a marriage or whatever it is, maybe best friends forever, BFF, whatever it is, and some of these things are not present? It will seem like you're forcing things. And like I always refer to this generation, I know you say 2K is again, but this generation, we actually do things like, okay, let's see how it goes. And I am not like that. It's not even in my dictionary. And if you're here on this channel, subscribe and all, you will understand that everything you need to do takes deliberate acts. You see this last one, because this is the last one, before I go, I'm going to be leaving this for you, is actually the most important aspect of an healthy relationship. Obviously, I can't cover everything today. Maybe I can do another part. But it is actually sharing the same values. Are you in a relationship where you realize that, okay, what I'm doing, it may not be the same, like profession or whatever it is, because I've seen people who marry doctors like them. I've seen people who marry nurses, tech guys, they marry someone in the same line of work. But do you guys share the same values? If you're in a healthy relationship, at least to an extent, you must have spoken about these things. And if you've not spoken about it yet, I think you should talk to your partner. If you're a guy watching this, try and get to know your babe. Try and get to know your partner to that level. Do you guys share the same values? Are you from, like, I don't mean tribe now, I don't mean country, different nationalities get married. As long as you know that you share the same values and you know you guys know what you want for yourselves. If you're a guy, like I said, as you're watching this, think about it. Sit your lady down, sit your partner down, and ask her a couple of things. Ask her questions about herself, what she would like to do, what she would want her future to be like. I think that way, wanting to know what your partner would like to do in the nearest future, where your partner would like to be in the nearest future, will actually help you to like really think about it and be able to understand that, okay, this person and I, our values may not. And if you're someone who is willing to go on with it, I would advise you to be with someone who you share, the same values with. Obviously, you can't be with someone that wouldn't ask questions, someone that wouldn't want something different. Obviously, and they always say that opposites attract. But I still believe you should spend time or you should be with someone that shares the same value. And that's why you would hear some nationalities, I'm not going to mention names. Now, I'm not shaking tables today, but some nationalities actually don't marry out of their nationality, and there's actually a big reason for that. And I believe if that is what will bring peace, why not? I mean, I've seen people who marry out of their race. We have interracial couples. We have people who marry entirely away from, and they go on fine, they live well, and all, as long as you share these same values. Like, for example, you have a business idea, you're someone who loves to do business, and your partner is probably, let's say, an artist, a musician, someone that doesn't have time to sit down and do all those. Let's start up a business. Let's do this. An artist that loves to, or someone that loves to travel, just touring and all. And you're probably someone that doesn't like to travel. You always get sick. You hate that aspect and all of that. It might actually be a bit hard to be able to juggle those two things together. And I'm saying this because I've seen minor things like this, minor issues that actually causes problems for couples, people in a relationship, dating, legit, serious relationship, causes problem because at the end of the day, it now seems like the other person is forcing the other person to, like, or you're trying to drag your partner along, but the person is not interested. So at the end of the day, you guys need to share the same values, support. You know that, okay, there's an expected end. There's like where you guys are going to. You have an idea of, okay, I want this person to do this. Since this person is like this, I would like to support, because there's no way you would even be with someone that you don't share the same values. Like, to support the person will be very hard. That one is even, it's key. But I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I am not a relationship expert, but I can tell you that if you apply some of these things I've just said to your life, to your personal life, your love life mostly, it's really going to go a long way. And like I said, majority of everything I've mentioned, everything can actually be applied to even your daily life. I mean, being with friends, like being friends rather, being friends with someone who, you guys don't communicate often. Like your best friends, you only go out to shows, you only go out to like brunch and all of that, but you guys don't talk, don't keep in touch, you don't really communicate. Or maybe you are friends with someone and maybe a very minor thing happened and you guys can't communicate. The other person is keeping it to herself or himself. The other person is like, oh, no, 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 I don't want to have any. Or you're trying to avoid confrontations. I mean, it's still the same thing. You need to like really, really be open. So, but today is mostly about love life relationship. That's everything for today. I'm going to be seeing you real soon. And yes, I'm back. I'm back, yes, yes. Yeah, it's becoming really cold in Malta, by the way. I stay in Malta. If you're watching this for the very first time, I stay in Malta and I'm a student here in Malta, and I've been shooting my videos now, and thank you guys so much for your support. And I have so many videos coming your way, and stay tuned. Please like, share, subscribe to your friends. Yes, my channel is new. I started about 4 or 5 months ago and we are growing. Please, let's eat 1K. Help your girl. I'll see you real soon. And if you sent me a message on Instagram, I'll keep checking. I have so many things I do, and it seems like I need to stop like explaining and all, because I don't even know what to say anymore. But I'll try as much as possible to reply your message. And please, I am not an agent. I do not help people to relocate. But if you have few questions that can help you with the process, yes, I can help you. Maybe answer some questions. But aside that, I am not an agent. And things are gradually changing in Malta. So my process may actually be different from your process. But the little I know, I can help you with it. So I talk to you real soon. Bye bye.